That's right. Thank you. I said, gee, I'm glad I ended up with you, and not with one of those other women at the barbecue. Well, I meant that as a compliment, but somehow she took it all wrong, and she said, right, so you mean you would have just hitched up with anyone? And that doesn't make me feel very special. You don't make me feel very special. I said I didn't realise it was my job to go around making you feel special. If you want to feel so special, why don't you go to a special school? And things started to go bad from then on for no apparent reason, and everything I said to make it right just made it more wrong. Then she brought up my mistakes all over the ones I'd made before, like the time she'd introduced me to her sister, and I said, gee, she's nice, how much younger is your sister than you? And she said, well, I am 28 and she is 42. And then I tried to avert the bad vibes that I could sense begin, and I said, don't take it badly, you know I'm attracted to older women. And she said, that doesn't make me feel too special. You don't really make me feel too special. I said I didn't realise it was my job to go around making you feel special. If you want to feel young and special, why don't you go to a special school? And what's so good about special anyway? Like a breakfast time, what's special about Special K? They have specials at the supermarket when the food's gone off or the due date's past it. Bruce McAvaney used to say it was special for someone to kick the ball and someone else to mark it. So what's so good about that anyway? There's nothing wrong with being normal. I've spent my whole life trying to be normal. You know, I just want to be normal, and maybe a touch informal. There's nothing wrong with being normal. And that's when she said, look, I know you think you're bloody special. You just write stupid songs, but you think that makes you special. You think you're so special, but there's one thing you should know. I've heard better songs than you write, written by a potato, and that potato wasn't even very special. It just considered itself to be a normal vegetable. If you're so special, what are you doing playing at the Grace on this Friday night? Can't you get yourself a gig at the Garden of Unearthly Delights? And that didn't make me feel very special. She'd hurt my feelings and I didn't feel very special. Meredith, can I talk with you? Have you got the time? I'd like to borrow some of yours, 'cause there's a few things on my mind, and some things are hard to talk about. They always seem to come out wrong. So I got my words together and I put them in this song, and when I tried to be charming, offhand and disarming, you know I'm as stiff and awkward as a body that needs embalming. And when I try to be clever, I just end up confusing. There are problems in this world, not of our making nor our choosing, and there's too many people in this world, and I am one of them, and so are you. Yes, there are too many people in this world, so let's not make another one of our kind tonight. Well, they say no news is good news, but have you heard the news? There's another financial crisis and a brand new strain of flu, and humanity might be a plague, but it might also be a cancer, and radiotherapy might just yet prove to be the answer. 'Cause when I go down to the beach, where I used to go in wading, I can feel the waters rising as they start their carbon trading. So I'm worried about the climate and the greenhouse situation. I'm gonna climb climb into me roof and check out my brand new insulation, because there's too many people in this world, and I am one of them, so are you. Yes, there are too many people in this world, so let's not make another one of our kind tonight. Well, you can go down to the country, see some cows and sheep. You might say there's lots of animals there, but they're just for us to eat. And you can go down to the seaside, have some fish and chips, talk about the weather and the apocalypse. And there are too many people in this world, and I am one of them, so are you. Yes, there are too many people in this world, so let's not make another one. Let's not make another one. Let's not make another one tonight. This is another song that involves cars and deserts, called Mount Hopeless. The car had Sesame Street characters, a bright yellow bee and rainbow coloured flowers. And Henny complained he hadn't seen nothing but the backside of that bright yellow bee for hours. So he turned off the bitumen north of Lee Creek to find a camping spot we thought might suit us, Mount Bloody Hopeless. And as we were driving up the track, a bloke waved us down like he wanted to chat. Bush hospitality, welcome to Beverly. And Beverly is a very strange name for a uranium mine on the edge of the ranges. They don't get many visitors, you think they would be welcoming of strangers. But instead they sent out a bloke named Rob, doing security for Chubb. He said he was only doing his job, that he had a gun and a big black dog called Satan. He said, I've got to follow you down the track, don't deviate, don't look back, and don't use go acting the clown, I'm used to hunting ferals down. Welcome to Tidy Town, Beverly, and Beverly is a very strange name for a uranium mine on the edge of the ranges. They don't get many visitors, you'd think they would be welcoming of strangers. Well, we hadn't even known the place was there, but now we did, we felt a duty to care. We asked them if they had beer and a cafeteria in there. Rob said they did, but we couldn't come in. We said, what bloody country do you think you're in? You're out in the desert, can't meet a man, tell him you got meals and cold cans because you don't like the stickers he's got on his van. He can't come in, that's un-Australian. Rob said, you boys can protest all you like, I'm calling for reinforcements. So he got on the phone to Lee Creek Police, a helicopter and some miners in utes who looked sunburnt and angry. Things were obviously going downhill, we weren't going to get no counter-mill. There's one thing we learned from Burke and Wills, when you're out back don't antagonise the locals. So we told Rob he'd been mistaken and we'd go as soon as he called off Satan. We hadn't come up here to protest, we're just on the way to Mount Hopeless. And as for the cyanide leaching process, we don't know why anyone would think that sounded dangerous. And Mount Hopeless is a very strange name for a place to put a picnic ground. But don't be put off by the name, a better picnic ground could not be found. So bring your teddy bears. The car had Sesame Street characters, a bright yellow bee and rainbow coloured flowers.